the room renovation that I was going to do, not a tutorial, but showcase the progress in this room, which may not happen because I'm half a day behind. So I thought I might jump on here and just showcase what I'm up to at this stage in the process. So I hope to bring something on Wednesday. If not, I'll have a well-deserved break because we have been working very hard. So I just wanted to come in and talk a little bit about Annie Sloan wall paint. I've used this throughout the house. You can see this wall here, Annie Sloan Old White, and we have nearly every single wall in the house, apart from panelled walls and skirtings and architraves, they're nearly all white, and then I've threaded other colours through, like the panelling. In this case, it's Annie Sloan Olive wall paint, and I absolutely love it. So this is not an advertisement, I'm not paid to do this, but ultimately I wanted to say, if you sat on the fence with Annie Sloan wall paint, oh, I'm not with it today. If you sat on the fence with Annie Sloan wall paint, then go for it. You won't look back. Hello, everybody. I can see you all jumping on now. So yeah, if you sat on the fence with wall paint for your interior finishes, go for it. I think it is absolutely awesome. A new thing today that I haven't used, a product of Annie's that I haven't used, which I've been using today, and I just think it's absolutely awesome, and that is the Annie Sloan wall paint brush with a synthetic fibre. Oh my goodness, what a game changer. It's an awesome brush. It just goes on so beautifully. What you see behind me here is one coat. And look, this brush unscrews. I think it's really cool. I think if you really didn't like a brush, you could use it without the handle. I'm also thinking once this is washed, I might use this for my marbling technique because I think the bristles are great. So yeah, this is a product that I absolutely love. Game changer when it comes to wall painting. Normally we would use a roller, but this time around with paneling, notoriously eats up a lot of paint into the crevices, and I think using a brush is so much easier. If I don't bring you a tutorial or video on Wednesday, I still will put a small reel or something out, a short, to show the progress of painting this wall. So easy. Me and Mr. M did it together, and we did it in 50 minutes. I know because and that was masking taping the edges off. 50 minutes and it went across. It does need another coat. It will need another coat over the top of this. As you can see, it's still wet in places, but awesome. And I also want to show you just the proof in the pudding is, so this whole wall, and it's quite a big wall. Let me give you, goes over there, over there. Let me bring you back. Let me move. I've got loads of things going on here. Let me move you over here. There you go. You're getting a bigger view. So it's quite high ceilings down to the floor. It's quite a large wall, and I want to show you just how much we've used on that one wall. So we have a pot. That's Mr. M watching me. He's hidden from the camera. Come and say hello to everybody. Come and say hello. So that was a container that I give Mr. M with the wall painting, and there's still loads left. There he is. Say hello.
Hello.
Don't like cameras. He's going to be on the camera if I put this out. So that's you can see I tipped a load into that container, and that was to do the edges. And then this container wasn't full to the top. Can we see? Ooh. So if I give you an idea of where it is on the can, it's about there, just beneath that Annie part. And that has done all of that wall. Mr. M said to me when we was ordering this, we're going to need 2 cans. We're going to need 2 cans. He was painting away and saying to me, I take that back. I was so wrong. So, and I think he was thinking, well, it being darker, it would need more coats. I know when we've used the white and we had some quite dark walls to cover, it did take more coats. Obviously, white's less pigmented. But obviously, if you're using the dark colours, whoosh, straight across, it is amazing. So there is plenty of paint left in this to go. I probably would have done the whole room if I chose to do the whole room with one can. So I think that's quite amazing on the amount. That paint will be saved for my studio. So when I'm painting my studio boards, when I stage furniture, I will quite often paint it with wall paint. So I'll be using that again on the staging boards. So yeah, that's about it really. I just wanted to say, literally, if you are on the fence with, it is a great colour and great, awesome coverage, amazing, I agree. So yes, if you're on the fence, I keep on saying that, don't I? Gosh, it's been a long day. Go for it, because it is a great paint. Now, Annie's unique recipe, we don't know what's in it. It is a little bit like chalk paint. It needs a really good stir. It will probably come, especially the dark ones, quite oily on the top. And because that may have been sat in your stockist or on a shelf for quite some time, it's not freshly mixed as you would buy from a big box store. You need to give it a really good mix with a wooden stick, and then it incorporates really lovely. It's thick, it's kind of, it goes on kind of silky. Obviously it'll dry kind of matte, but it goes on silky. It's hard to describe how good it is. So that's it. I've also been painting with satin paint, this window frame. You can't really see that very well. That is Annie Sloan satin in canvas. So for, I mean, this will work on furniture, but for interior grade wooden work, your architraves and trims, awesome. This requires 2 coats as well. I think this is gone over quite a dark pink. If you look at the skirt, I mean, you can't see it there. There you go. Can you see the skirting board on the other side? That's what we went over on these windows and the skirtings, which I've got to complete. We've painted this wall first so I can cut back in neatly with the satin. So go for it, guys. If you're decorating, these products are really good. I'm a huge fan of both of these, wall paint and satin. And of course, then you can layer up your chalk painted furniture on top of that, and the colours will all really work really well. So that's me signing out. I'm not going to say any more. Fingers crossed, I will bring some more information about this. I lost a huge chunk of video, so I'm kind of feeling a bit like I won't put something together. The window frame, you won't see me even paint it because I thought I pressed play and I didn't press record and it vanished. So whether I'm still recording, so whether I'll put something together, I don't know. Maybe if I've got time to complete this and then do a bit of editing, I'll push something out on Wednesday evening, fingers crossed. If not, it'll be the following Wednesday, and it may be my, I might start going into my 3-part series of my journey with paint, because I've had some amazing questions. You all responded really well with some amazing questions, which has led me to think about lots of other things. And so I think I will put that together maybe next week. We have family coming, so it will be quite difficult. So I might be not present for a couple of weeks. I don't know. For your interior door, hang on. What, can I get that back? Can't get that. This is really rubbish. I hate, oh, here we are. There they are. Let's see. I saw some. For interior doors, would you use wall paint? Hang on. Or satin? Satin. Satin will give you that hard, durable finish. Doors are notoriously a high traffic area. I wouldn't use wall paint. Although that's very durable. If it was going over a natural wood and not over a pre-glossed finish, then yeah, I'm sure wall paint would work really well, and it's really wipeable, but satin is where I would go. My doors, let me spin you if I can, are all natural wood. So, and in a house of this age, an Edwardian house, they all would have been painted. But there is about 15 or 16 doors in this house, and I don't want to paint everyone again. Somebody took a lot of time to strip these back to the natural wood, so that's how they're going to stay. I would have loved to have had painted doors, to be honest, but Mr. M won't let me, and it's too much work. They are wood, and that's how they're staying. But definitely satin paint all the way for all of your woodwork, your trim work. In my house, I have wooden window frames so that they look really glorious when they're painted. I have got some UPVC windows in the house, at the back of the house, which have been, the wooden ones were replaced, and I just used I use a product called PX4. It's a Crown product, which is a gripping primer for difficult surfaces like PVC, because it's quite an oily plastic. And I've used Annie Sloan satin paint on those window frames, and it's amazing. So there isn't a surface you can't paint. It's just most of Annie's products will go straight over the substrate without any form of preparation, just about. A good old clean. But yes, when it comes to oily plastics and you want to paint PVC windows, most definitely you need to put something in between that. So that's me. Let me just check any other questions. I've now worked out how. Click on the thing. Oh, how do you do this? Where are they? Ah, there we go. 1 gallon of paint, $90 a gallon. But again, all paint has gone up. Yeah, it has. Paint, it is, whoa, where are we? Paint is very expensive at the moment. I get that. I mean, it's an investment in your room. I mean, that's why doing a feature wall can be quite pricey when you've got other paint to buy. I get it. It's very I mean, everything for, we was shocked about how much timber's gone up, you know. So for creating paneling, we was paying in the UK, I was buying one board of MDF wood, which is this behind. Pre-pandemic, it was £16 a board. After, when we did some other paneling work, sort of more recently, so the pre-pandemic, so we're looking at 3 years, aren't we? We were paying £40 for that board. So massive difference. So everything for interior. So I suppose what it's about is making good choices and getting it right first time. So that's why I'm kind of saying, hey, wall paint, really good. Yes, expensive, but well worth the cost. Just make your choices. I mean, this room, it was pink. And for some unknown, I can't even speak. For some unknown reason, there you go, I chose to paint it pink, and then this was just a dumping ground, and it just didn't seem to go with anything. So I've gone with a colour that I'm comfortable with. I know that it'll go. I'm going to be doing green on cream on green, all of the greeny tones, maybe a little pop of orange in there. And I know that that colour palette works for me. So that's why I went for Annie Sloan Olive, because I just love it. I think it's great, and it works really well with Old White, as you can see. Yeah, let's go back before I go and start painting again, because I know lots of people saying hello. Yeah, insane the way price has gone up. Of course, it's the material cost, I'm pretty sure, that goes into paint. I don't know what's going wrong with the world. Love your channel, thank you. Interior doors, yeah, that was how much it's gone up. How did the red garden cart turn out? Ooh, it's outside. It turned out all right. Hang on. Let me see if I can you see it? It's just there on the front. It turned out lovely, and it's out in the rain. So Mr. M wanted to wax it, and I said, please don't wax, because chalk paint outside does not need waxing. It just needs to be weathered in these, you know, hardened in the sunlight, which we haven't got. It's raining, but it's still on there. It looks great. Does the satin paint need top coat? No, it's an all-in-one. And it doesn't even need a primer. Although I've been talking about priming, it doesn't need it. Of course, if there's a really shiny, slick surface or plastic surface, then you would need it. Or a light scuff. A scuff, literally a light scuff, just so it adds a bit of grip. Let's go with, right, Mr. I'm just looking for the interesting questions. That's... Right, so that's right at the beginning. Let's go back. Oh, I've worked out how to hold my comments. I'm redoing enough to use all paint. Yeah, sorry, my reading's terrible. Right, nothing really technical there. So I've read everybody's comments. I will catch up with these later. So thank you for joining me. Any other comments about wall paint, pop them into this and I'll do my best to come back to you. Or the satin. A lot of people have not tried satin yet. They're very all about chalk painting. It paints on furniture beautifully. It gives a very different, sheen. It's got like a soft sheen. Let me show you. Can you see? So this is satin. Look at this window, guys. Double glazed window. If you're not in the UK, you might not have double glazed windows. This is 2 panels of windows, and eventually when the sun gets them, they fog, they go foggy, and it needs replacing. But look at that, that is actually, all of the fog's created a fish tank between the, so we've got water between the, can you see it's misty, that pane? So that needs replacing. I'm not too worried about the paintwork on the inside because the window, when it's replaced, the window will be popped from the outside and then popped back in. So that'll be a summertime job, but it's going to stay. I'm going to put a little plant in front of it so it hides it. But how hilarious! If it fills up any more to that panel, it'll be crystal clear again. Anyway, that's satin. Lovely. It's kind of matte, but with a slight sheen. Satin, really. It is satin. It's a lovely finish, hard wearing. It does need a bit longer curing time before you start doing things with it, you know, like running things over the top of it or chucking your car keys on top of it. I would give it at least 20 days for it really to harden. It's a different makeup to chalk paint. Chalk paint literally hardens within the first 12 hours. That needs a little bit longer, but it is really good. Here's a question. I had 3-story house. I had a 3-story house, all of the double glazed failed. Foggy. They're a nightmare, aren't they? And these are a tough window to replace because we're wooden frames and they've got, obviously, they're not individual panes, but there's a black thing that runs through them. And then on the outside, the beadwork is actually only stuck on with double-sided tape. So it's a faux Edwardian style window. Or Georgian. Georgian is that style. It's a weird house. It's an Edwardian house and we have all different types of windows in it. It's all from different genres. But that's how the house was actually put together on the plan. So we have had the same windows to look exactly the same. But yeah, it will be a nightmare popping it out from the outside because it'll all need repainting on the outside again, which I only did it 3 years ago. So it's so frustrating. I've got 2 in the other room as well. So I'm going to wait till the summer for that job. It'll just have to stay as is. But yes, windows in the UK tend to go foggy. I did research a little bit of useful information. There is a company that actually, this is difficult because of the things that sit in the middle. There is a company that drill through the panels, top and bottom, and they rinse the inside out with chemicals and then suck all of everything out, and they put a little cap on it and it stops it from fogging. Weird thing. But it won't work on these windows. We had a quote and they won't be able to do them. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble on. Hit the like before you go, please. Oh, thank you very much. I always forget to mention that. It will help. Not that this is that much of a good video. I don't know. It's just me rambling on again. But I'm super, super happy with the way the wall paint's gone on. So If in doubt, yes, pricey, but worth every penny. You can see how much we've used just on one coat, and we've nearly got full coverage in one coat. So the wall paint is awesome. Anyhow, I'm gonna dip out now and carry on. I've got loads of satin paint to start adding to these skirting boards. Windows kind of done, needs a good old clean. But hopefully, might get round to reupholstering the headboard. That could be a separate tutorial, I don't know. Bye-bye for now, everyone. Yes, bye-bye. Lots of love to you all, wherever you are in the world. Sending all of our love, and hopefully you'll see Mr. M on camera in a little while once I get him working again. Anyway, much love. Take care. See you soon.